A very good evening to all, and welcome to this interaction being organized by PIB. Um, we have with us the delegation of ICFT UNESCO with us today. Uh, and we have the Vice President from the ICFT UNESCO headquarters, Sergey Michel, with us. Welcome, Sergey Michel. And Shuyuan Hun. She is the PCI Director of ICFT Youth Branch from the ICFT UNESCO headquarters, and she's also the jury coordinator in IFFI for the ICFT UNESCO Gandhi Medal Prize. And we also have Rizwan Ahmed with us. He is a member of the ICFT UNESCO Gandhi Medal jury. And also Manoj Kadam. He is the India representative and a member of ICFT. Warm welcome to all of you. Before we start, a brief about the ICFT UNESCO Gandhi Medal. This medal is instituted. We have started giving this medal from 2015 onwards, from the 46th IFFI, and it is given to the film which encapsulates the ideals of Gandhiji, like peace, tolerance, compassion, harmony, and intercultural dialogue. The jury selects a film which is a messenger of these ideals, timeless ideals, which Gandhiji held up and lived by. And today, I would like this time we had around 10 films from across the globe competing for this UNESCO Gandhi medal. I would like to start with Sergey Michel. Can please speak about the ICFT UNESCO and the IFFI partnership, and also give your opening remarks on the selection. I think for selection, I'll come to Rizwan later. You can talk about ICFT UNESCO in general and the partnership with IFFI. Sorry, please.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening. It's very nice for me to be here. And I would like to thank the organizers for all what is made during this film festival. ICFT, you know, it's International Council for Film, Television and Audiovisual Communication, which is a non-governmental organization by UNESCO. As you told us, partnership is very strong between IFFI, your film festival, which is one of the best film festivals in the world, and ICFT, a very strong partnership. And each year we have pleasure to receive a selection of films, about 10 films, and we make a jury with 5 members. One of the members of this year's jury is here, and this jury choose the film for the medal, the Gandhi medal, as it was said. I just want to give you the medal. It's this one. It's a real medal, yeah. Made by UNESCO, but I will not give you the name of the winner.
This is the same medal which we are going to give on.
Yes, 28th? It's this one. Okay. This one will be given during the closing ceremony. And at the back, yes, you see stamp from UNESCO. It's a UNESCO medal, and the values from Gandhi's, you told us, we remember, and we ask jury to choose a film which represents this value from Gandhi. And nowhere it's best than here to give such medal. And so it will be the 9th time, and more to show the strength of the link between your film festival and ICFT UNESCO. I can answer some question if you want to know how it works. Only one thing: the films are chosen by IFFI, are given to us, sent to us. With modern media, we can give to all our jury member, and then the jury member drift and choose one of these films.
Yeah.
We can speak about.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. There are no questions. I would like to, if Shuhan Hun, if you want to like to add something to it. She's a PCA director and from the ICFT Youth Branch, which was formed very recently in 2020. You want to talk about ICFT Youth Branch and how your partnership with as whatever Sashi had told you can add to it from the youth point of view.
Of course, of course. Thank you very much for giving me the floor, and thank you for being here with us for this press conference, and also looking forward to seeing you in the closing ceremony to share the our prize with us. So actually, we built this cooperation partnership with IFFI Goa in 2015. So our story began from that year. And that year, I met our partner, Representative Rizwan, in Cannes Film Festival. So the legendary cooperation and collaboration and partnership started from that year. And each year, we if we start from the delegation of our jury, each year we select 5 or 4 jury members from different countries. So that means every year we have different jury members. Like last year, Manoush was our jury member, I was a jury member. And next year, we'll have some other jury members join us to make this award more diverse and more international. And in a youth point of view, next year it'll be our 10th anniversary of our collaboration and also the 55th anniversary of IFFI Goa. So I suppose that there will be a big celebration of that. And also we would like to explore the possibilities of the youth collaboration between ICFT and IFFI Goa and the whole India, because youth is our future and youth empowerment is also one of the priority of UNESCO. So it'll be a very important issue to deal with, and there will also be a lot of more chances or opportunities or creative projects that we can do together. So we're very much looking forward to that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shuvan. I would now like to ask Rizwan, who is one of the jury member, to speak about the process of selection of the films to the this category.
Right. Thank you very much for having me on this platform. It's absolute honor for me to be the part of this prestigious jury. And this is an international film festival, A-grade FIAP accredited film festival. So, there are certain rules and regulations for this film festival. And films, go through a rigorous process of selection. I'm sure all of us, we are aware the selection process of this film festival. Especially for ICFT UNESCO medal, there were 10 films in the competition. So it was two-tier process basically. A lot of films comes from different part of world to this festival, and then on the basis of UNESCO ideals, 10 films were selected by the preview committee of IFFI for this particular medal. And then these 10 films were forwarded to ICFT jury constituted by ICFT headquarter Paris. And then we sort of previewed these films, maybe for 20-25 days, and they were re-screenings also, just for the discussion sakes. So jury process is always, complicated. It's very difficult, jury members to take a decision. If most of the time the decision is unanimous by the jury, but if sometime we have doubt, we do have the repeat screenings also. And we previewed some films twice also. They were beautiful films from different part of world, promoting UNESCO ideals. Mr. Nadeem was talking about the films which were selected for these particular categories were dealing basically the three main ideals of UNESCO, which is peace, brotherhood, and preserving culture. We know a lot of socio-political issues all across world, and cinema is a social force. Cinema is not just an entertainment medium, and the kind of message, the kind of communication cinema can does for the society. No, I'm sure no medium can do better than cinema. So from UNESCO point of view, cinema is an educational medium as well. So cinema educate people on different level actually. And that was also one of the important motive behind the screening of these films for the jury members. So we judge these films on several parameters of like peace, brotherhood, preserving culture, and an education as well. And we had wonderful time having discussion on these films and selecting a film for this particular medal, which will be announced on 28th in closing ceremony. And once again, I'm very happy to be the part of this particular jury, and it was an honor and privilege for me.
Thank you, Rizwan. We also have Manoj Kadam with us. I should say one thing about Manoj. Manoj was in fact the winner of 2017 UNESCO ICFT-UNESCO Gandhi Medal for his film Kshitij. Yes, Manoj?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Kshitij Horizon.
Kshitij, yeah.
Yeah.
What are your remarks before we open the floor for questions? Would you like to add something?
Yeah, basically, thanks Nadeem for a very kind and a beautiful introduction of ICFT, as well as the IFFI and the UNESCO, as well as all the members over here, and especially our vice president, because from 2017 I have seen their efforts, and as a collective efforts, I would like to add that apart from the juries and apart from selection of the films or the UNESCO Gandhi Medal, ICFT is more larger canvas involved in most of a fight against the piracy, right? Against the polarizations of films in Europe as well as around the world. And there are many sources which ICFT has been involved with UNESCO, and that I wanted to basically highlight that point also, that it's not just an organization, it's not just an association, but it's an spirit, it's a fighting spirit, yeah, for culture as well as the media. Like last month we had conversations regarding the cons and pros of AI. I think Rizwan was invited at the UNESCO on behalf of ICFT, and he gave a very nice presentation regarding that. So these are the many various aspects which ICFT has been focusing on.
Yeah, thank you, Manoj. I think ICFT also promotes those creations which have the potential for social development and promote culture of peace, and also you support the achievement of the sustainable development goals also. Any crafts related to that? Yeah, sure. Thank you, Manoj. The floor is open for questions now. Mike over here, please.
My name is Satyendra Mohan, associated with the international film festivals for the last 41 years. This is my 41st IFFI, which I am attending as a regular delegate First time I became delegate was in 1983, and that time accreditation of the delegate was a very, very difficult task to be given by the ministry, not like today. Today we are inviting the members to come, pay, and get the delegate status. That time it was really very, very, very difficult, and I passed those times. First of all, I'm thankful to UNESCO ICFT organization for bestowing so much respect and honor to IFFI, so that this so that ICFT Felony Medal was first time instituted in India in 2015, when our Indian fellow Kaushik Gogoli got the award for Cinema Wala, was the first one to get this honor. And the second year it was shifted to ICFT Gandhi Medal, and because of that 125th anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, the name of the medal was changed. And since then, this award is being known as Gandhi Award. It's a great honor for IFFI to get this honor, that it is being delivered from this platform. I'm still thankful to UNESCO. And my one question, that this year is the composition of the jury, the total number of jury is changing every year, or is a constant, and what is the number this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, the number member for the jury. Yeah. I just want to add that you find the composition of the jury in the catalogue. Yes, you have it, and you find also the 10 films.
Names of the films is known. I know 7 foreign films and 3 Indian films are there.
10 films are
Yeah.
shown.
I've been selecting the Indian films for
Yeah.
For the UNESCO ICFT award. So
But they are on the placket, and the composition of the jury is here too. Yuan, you
As a
can-
jury
you can-
coordinator, if you want to add something, yeah,
And
please.
and I would add, you had understand. I have on my left and on my right the 2 actors of the beginning of the story between IFFI and ICFT, IFCT
Yes.
UNESCO. Yeah.
Yeah, Shuan, please.
Xuan, present the jury member.
Yes, yes. So I'll answer your question. So this year, our jury is composed by 5 members from normally different countries. So our criteria of selecting the jury members is firstly, it can be composed by our ICFT ICFT members from different countries, like Rizwan and Manoj. They're our members. They're also professionals in the cinema industry, and it can be the educationers, professors from film schools like Rizwan, and he's also a film programming, and Serge, our vice president, and he's also working in film industries and film world since a long time. And we also have our famous film stars who can be our jury members, like Costa Gavras. Several years ago, he was one of our jury member too. So normally we have 5 or 4 jury members, and this year it's like we are lucky to have 5. And if one year we have 4, we're lucky too, because both of them are either we have 2 or we have 4 or 5. They're all very precious. And next year, of course, we're trying to find other jury members from other countries too, who can be very diverse and who also have a very deep, very profound experience in film world.
So minimum, as Yuan said, the minimum jury number is 4 actually. So it can go up to 5, 6 as well. But the whole idea of composing jury of 4 or 5 members is having representation of at least 4 or 5 cinematic cultures, so that you have diverse perspective while discussing a film, and better results are in front of the audience actually.
And I would add that
Yeah, yes,
this
please.
year in the jury was also our Director General, Georges Dupont, Perhaps you know him because he came to Festival Goa some years ago. For me, it's the first time, but Georges Dupont came. And I would add something. You said, Mr. that at the beginning was the Fellini medal, cinema Fellini medal. And I can tell you that this Fellini medal is always given in some film festival otherwise. But in here in India, I think the symbol was some years ago to change and to give this Gandhi medal. But symbol is the same. It's a medal for film, as Fellini medal was at the beginning of the story.
Thank you, Michelle. Yeah, Michael, yes, please.
Hi, good evening. I just wanted to ask you, of course, you won't be revealing the result. I don't want to know that at this moment, but how impressed are you with the quality of the content that you have got and the technical aspects of the films?
I think Rizwan should be answering that. Thank you.
Actually, for me, cinema is an emotional experience, basically. I don't consider a piece of audiovisual art if it doesn't disturb you at certain level. So if a piece of art like cinema, it stays with you for number of days, number of months, number of years, or maybe some lifetime also. For example, I'm a big fan of Ritik Ghadak films actually. So I can still recall the shots of Ritik Ghadak films, single shots, just not the complete movie I'm talking about. So if you look at his piece of art, some of these shots still remain in my memory actually. I have seen Ritik Ghadak films maybe 30, 35 years back, but those memories are still with me. So I have this perspective of watching the films actually. And we were sort of, watching very serious films, competing for this very, very significant award. The films which are dealing with the, peace, brotherhood, and preserving culture and educating the audience. So these are the multi-layer narrative films, which we are watching. These are very, very complex films, actually. So the films which were certainly good at the technical level, which have cinematic quality, and that understanding of the cinematic, mise-en-scene is required for the jury members as well. So we were judging film not only the technical level, but also the narrative point of view and then the kind of message it is creating to the audience, actually. If a film is being selected by the jury member for the final award, it has to convey a large and diversified audience. The film is not for a particular sect of audience, for the IFFI audience only. This film is going to travel the world over. Most of the films are going to travel world over, with the films which comes to the film festival actually. So the films which have been sort of shortlisted by the films and which had the final deliberation by the jury members, those were really very complex, hard-hitting films, which will be in the memory of viewers for a number of years actually. So that was one of the criteria, very strong criteria we had.
Thank you, Rizwan. Any question? Yeah.
A very good evening. My question is about being a jury. I'm sure it's very difficult a job for any category for that matter, but precisely here because it has very revered words like UNESCO and Gandhi. So how do one distance oneself as in detach from that subjective unconscious opinions and align to the higher ideals that is required for the position? So basically my question is, when you put yourself to the shoes of jury, do you have to undergo any amount of preparation meditatively?
Rizwan. Yeah, you want to answer? Yeah, sure.
I think it's
Come
a
back to
very,
you, Shivan. Yeah.
very, very important question. And being from the cinema world and from the film studies point of view also, and from film academics, so, a lot of your subjectivity goes away when you watch, and we are not watching a single film actually. You are watching multiple voices from different part of world. So your subjectivity will not work, if you're watching a film, maybe a single jury, 2-member jury is watching a film, maybe subjectivity will work there. So when you have different voices in a jury and from different part of world, so that subjectivity, always sort of it goes away. So there are deliberations during the, selection of a films. So subjectivity doesn't come in between. When you discuss with the peer group, with different perspective, with different voices, with different background, your subjectivity doesn't work there. So that's why the jury from different part of, from different, backgrounds is important for a festival.
I
If you want,
completely
you are-
agree with what you said. Judgment is obviously subjective, but the discussion between people in a jury, people from different cultures, and is very rich. And at the end, we have to choose one film, which is not chosen by one or two people, but for a group which had discuss about this 10 film for our job. And so it's very rich in this way of Manush.
Most of the films has an universal appeal, right? And both of them mentioned that it can't be a single perspective regarding that. As well as you spoke about the homework. Actually, the jury, he need to be a wide, knowledgeable person, knowing different cultures, right? If I am judging a film which is from Uzbekistan or Russia, so I need to know their culture first, that what they are going to say through the film, what they wanted to commit to the audience. That perspective has to be taken into account. That cultural aspect needs to be, and that homework, as you mentioned, has to be done. You need to know that things, right? And that's why I mentioned it. It has an universal appeal, so you need to be well prepared for that.
Example, continuing to your question, actually, today I was watching this film, Mr. President, Mr. Captain. I don't know if any one of you have seen this film. So this film was basically from Senegal background, and there is a sequence in between a character in this film. He names that the Malaik will help. If somebody doesn't know this word Malaik, though you cannot understand the whole narrative, because that was a turning point in the film actually. So if I am watching a film and I don't understand those words and those technical things which is inside in a mise en scene, then you won't be able to justify. I may be watching a film. If I'm not able to understand a film, then I have to go back to those small details about the films. Then only I can take a decision. It is not the abrupt decision. You watch a film and that film remain with you. You further write on that particular film. Then the deliberations happen. Then different perspectives comes into picture about a film.
Thank you.
And it's the interest of a jury to have such discussions between members. You can change your mind, you can understand. Hearing another jury member, you can understand something you haven't understand in the film. That's very, very important, this discussion. It's why we have jury. And jury is not only given points for a film, it's always discussed to have a better understanding from the film.
Thank you, sir.
And also, we would need to mention the importance of the ICFT-UNESCO Gandhi Medal in the contemporary period of time, which we are facing all over the world, like the war situations going on. So that's the important thing which need to be and has been reflected through the selection of the films at ICFT-UNESCO Gandhi Medal.
Thank you, Manoj. Yeah, very aptly put. Yeah, Sir, you want to add?
Yeah, last week was the general conference from UNESCO. 194 members in UNESCO from all over the world. Even countries who are in conflict. We have to promote these values from peace, from non-violence. It's not because there is violence in certain parts of the world that we haven't to continue to give hope for a better world.
In today's time of conflicts, chaos, and war, we are besieged with that. ICFT award I mean, UNESCO Gandhi Peace Prize, Peace Medal. Sorry, I mean, it's it. The award has much more importance in these times of conflict. Yeah, and ICFT, in fact, you collaborate with many festivals, international festivals across the world, Venice, Cannes, Berlin, Algiers, Ouagadougou, New York. How different is ICFT's association with IFFI, Goa? If you can throw light here.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a very good
Thank
question.
you.
Firstly, I can speak about why we want to especially cooperate with IFFI Goa, with India in this country. Firstly, because this country is very rich in filmmakers, film industries, film markets, and film talents. And it's one of the biggest film market in the world. And also, we can we can easily and we can perfectly link the UNESCO Gandhi Medal with the country, because Gandhi is a hero of India. It is important for not only for Indian people but for every person who loves peace and patience and non-violence in the world. So the special the special point that we connect with IFFI Goa is that it is the best, I think, one of the best film festivals that can remind people the importance of peace, of nonviolence, of the harmony in the world, because we combine the film festival, the most spoken media in the world, and Gandhi, the hero of peace in the world. And speaking about the general conference of this year, we were both in the general conference, in the general debate. We heard the words, the voice of different countries, how they stated their, well, ideas, their point of views in front of other countries, and how they issue the problems of wars in the world. And they also projected some pictures and videos of this war things that is actually happen in the world. And if you see that, it's really touching and it's really sad to see that in this world and there are people still fighting with each other. So the Gandhi Medal associating with IFFI India is one of our, I may say, big step that we made in our UNESCO Gandhi Medal history. Thank you very much.
One, we have a question here. Yes, please. Yeah.
So, are there any research reports and documents on how you can increase the viewership of more people entering into the industry, as well as more viewers watching it?
Can you, is it more clear?
Making it more people to enter the industry from the industry point of view and having more viewership. Are there any research reports from your side?
Of
your team.
films related to
It's films. It's film and growth, and how do you make more people watch films?
I guess they can speak from the point of view of promoting.
So it is
items
from
across-
2.0. One is for the industry to develop, and second one is for having more viewership.
You mean the support from ICFT or the support
Are
from?
there any research and reports where we could refer about updates on all these?
I think from the ICFT's point of view, if you want to engage more people to watch film or engage into film industries, we need firstly first thing that we need is education. It's the promotion of film industry, and this is what we're always doing. The first thing that we're doing is that because the purpose of ICFT created by UNESCO is that firstly we are the link between UNESCO and the civil society in all the matters related to film and media arts and media digital education and communication. And the second thing is that we provide technical supports, talents, and also strategies to all the UNESCO matters related to film and audiovisual industries. And the third one is that we collaborate with the civil societies with different countries to promote UNESCO ideas. With these three main purposes, we kind of trying to promote the film and its industry all over the world. But by education means, that means we promote this industry by the ideas that we can transfer peace, we can transfer nonviolence, we can transfer cooperation in the world between each other. So if they are interested in this, I think everybody's interested in peace. It's not interested in war. So we can engage people to pay attention to what we're doing.
You mean education? Could it be educated at the school levels, and what ages would be right to introduce education on films to kids?
Exactly.
What age? Do you have any specific class where you could have in a syllabus or a subject?
So this is a very good question. Now we can't say that what age we can engage people, because the young people nowadays, we were born with our telephones. With telephones, we can watch videos, we watch films at all age. We cannot stop them. This kind of self-education mean too. So I think the young people in nowadays is very lucky. Then it's luckier than the ages that we were born. So I think the only thing that we can do for them is to give them good education contents and education materials. But concerning the technologies is developing. We cannot stop the developing of technologies. It is there already, and it'll be better in the future.
Thank you.
Adding to your question, I think he was asking about is there any specific report on cinema published by about the viewership, etc. So per se, there is no specific report as such dealing with the cinema aspect, but there are reports on UNESCO website. It deals with the creative industry as a whole, actually, which includes cinema as well. Like this particular report specifically indicate, creative industry has a lot of potential, but at the moment, the creative industry is only contributing 6.2% of the total GDP, world GDP, which is not much actually. So UNESCO report indicates that creative industry as a whole has much more potential than 6.2. It can reach up to 10 or 12%, and that includes cinema as well actually.
Any suggestions from the panel how we could improve our animation and special effects and make a hub for in India?
It's it's a great subject on problem,
Yeah,
and with artificial intelligence now, question for young people, education, industry, and so on. We have a lot of reflections about these themes all over the world, and ICFT is partner for this to these reflections about evolution of technology.
Thank
Not
you.
the first evolution, but this one has to be conducted.
You don't have any more questions? You have? Yeah.
Good evening to the panel members. Sir, now this over-the-top platforms are coming up in a big way in producing the content. So as of now, ICFT is considering only feature films for their awards. Is there any plans in the future to consider OTT movies also? Because this year IFFI has recognized best OTT series awards also.
Regarding this, whether you are considering OTT or pure cinema, it is not up to ICFT. It is up to only a particular festival, to take a decision on a particular category. So we are nowhere in that particular picture actually, but OTT is certainly a medium which is dominating world across actually, and ICFT recently, I think 1 year back only, we had a huge discussion on the sidelines of Venice Film Festival regarding OTT. From cinema screen to OTT, that was the theme of that particular conference. That was a full day conference on sidelines of Venice Film Festival. We are interested in OTT as well.
Thank you. If there are no more questions, we'll close this interaction. We all are eagerly waiting for the announcement on 28th. Thanks, Sergi, Shrivan, Rizwan, and Manoj for joining with us today. Thank you all. Thank you.
And thank you for your attention.
Thank you for your participation.